Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Crosscheck, and I'm very happy to be here today because today we have another very exciting video about the 2025 NHL draft. And again, like almost every year, we see one big giant center like Quaden Byfield, like Kitten Lindstrom, getting a lot of hype from a lot of person. And this year, Roger McQueen is the big center in question. So, Roger McQueen, maybe the biggest wild card in the 2025 NHL draft. Right now, he just finished the season with the Brendan Weeds King. And this is a guy who I kind of see a lot of potential, but also a lot of red flag about his game and about his health. So before getting into that, just a little bit of summary about Roger McQueen. He's a 6'5", 192 pounds, righty center, playing in the WHL. And right now, this is a guy who's everywhere in every listing. Some people have him the top 5. Some people almost have him outside the top 20. So this is a guy who is everywhere in mock draft and list. For the number department of the season for Roger McQueen had a two-time season before the injury and after the injury. He had 20 points in 17 games this season in total, 51 and 53 last year, but in the last 5 games, only 3 points, 2 goal, 1 assist, and in the last 10 games, 9 points, but only 3 goal, and this is very abnormal for Roger McQueen. And you kind of see in the playoff that he was not 100%, and he was trying to play with the injury a little bit like Kitten Lindstrom did last year to kind of skyrocket his value. And when I said he had a two-time season before and after the injury, before the injury, he was a goal per game player. So when you see the number that he finished with, you kind of understand the slowdown that he had. And that's normal. The back injury is one of the worst one, and is always one of the worst one for a big player like Roger McQueen. But now I want to talk about the positive and the strength of Roger McQueen. This is a guy that is 6'5", and it's maybe cliche to say that, but you cannot teach size. He's a guy with 6'5" with very good handle. He doesn't have the best puck protection for a guy with his side. In fact, he just doesn't use it. But when he uses it, he's very good with it because he's 6'5", and when he uses his body to hit people, doesn't do it often. He can hit pretty hard, but he need to use those two tools, the puck protection and the physicality of his game, a little bit more if you want to be a more impactful player next year if he play. Because truth be told, the biggest weakness of McQueen right now is the health situation with his lower back injury, because we kind of see this chapter last year with Ken and Lindstrom and how he missed all the season this year. And I don't wish that for McQueen, but this is a real possibility that McQueen will maybe not play at all next season. For the other weakness, it's kind of funny to say, but this guy need to be better with puck protection and use it more. Same thing with the physicality, because for a 6'5" guy, it's not a guy who's very difficult to play against physically. The other thing I think he need to work on is the defensive part of the game that McQueen sometimes seems. I'm gonna be honest, is very below average for an NHL prospect sometimes. But the worrying part about the defense is I don't think this is a problem of effort. I don't think it's like Ryabkin that I think the effort is a problem in the defensive zone. It's more the high Q, and that's kind of worrying because offensively, it's not a guy who's gonna be a big creator with his playmaking. It's not a guy who's gonna find passing lane for his teammate or something like that. So this is another thing you need to work on if you want to be more impactful. But like I said before, you cannot teach size. You can teach defense. You can teach how to protect the puck and physicality, but you cannot teach size. So if McQueen can stay healthy, he's a good gamble for a lot of team in the top 12 or the top 15. So that was my video about Roger McQueen. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.